is Ciera. Welcome to Ciera Talks, the podcast, where I just be talking, y'all. This episode I will be talking about, you guessed it, Anne Rice's AMC's Interview with the Vampire. Today we'll be going through, breaking down, discussing episode 5 of season 2. I am recording my intro beforehand. I'm very excited for this next episode. It's the 70s. Louis with his cute, neat little fro. He's so cute. I can't wait to see it. And I can't wait to share my thoughts and my views. I will be taking notes again because that raw reaction style, I really enjoy doing that. So sit back, relax, or tense up. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen, y'all. But I'm very excited to share that experience with you all. Also, thank you for subscribing. I'm thinking about doing some other things. Let me know. I want to do an album review of an album that's very near and dear to my heart. And if you would like to hear that, let me know. Leave a comment below. Okay. Let's get into it. Enjoy. Okay, just finished the episode. It was so good. It's so funny. I really start every episode by being like, oh my God, you know that show I like? It had another good episode. But no, it was different than what I expected. I had a blast. There were so many good things. Costuming, set design, special effects makeup. AMC special effects team, because in my mind it's all one special effects team. It's all one special effects makeup team, even though I know that's not how that works. You will always be famous. You will always mean the world to me. I'll get into that later. Oh, but yes, 10 out of 10 will recommend. This episode was so freaking good. Okay, season 2, episode 5, titled Don't Be Afraid, Just Start the Tape. Child, look, stop the tape. Stop the tape. I want to get off. So much happened. We're back in the 70s. Okay, first of all, I just would like to thank everybody who decided to put Armand in a black turtleneck, all black outfit. That was really special to me. I think that was a really important thing. To put him in that black turtleneck with his fresh press and curl. It's not what his hair is. That's literally just his hair. But also, in my habit of making everything black woman-ified, it's a press and curl. He looks so cute, and I love his hair like that. Okay, it starts out, doing the regular interview, and Louis like, we used to break into the library, and we'd lay on the tables and stare at the ceiling, and it was so romantic. Louis and Armand, just very, very cute, very just rose-colored glasses, just very cute. And then things, first of all, Armand, because I am talking about Armand at the beginning of this episode like I was thinking of him in the beginning of me watching the episode. First of all, he's such a kooky girl, being like, oh, I want to hunt for my food. I said, R.I.P. big bruh. Malik. I said, oh, baby, you're not going to make it. Also, I love that it's canon that every man that sees Louis is like, I'm going to flirt with you. I'm going to flirt with you. And I love that for Louis. Honestly, he deserves it. He's so cute. He's so adorable. How could you not? I skipped ahead. Sorry. I was just thinking, because I was like, wow, seeing real Rashid, Malik, and Armand in one frame was very crazy. I said, wow. Y'all are great at casting good-looking men. We love it here. Okay, the interview. Yeah, so he's waxing romantically about he and Armand being cute. And then he says, funny, trying to remember what occupied one's time when one was ignorant of the plotting around him. And Daniel took note of that, the impersonal pronoun, one's time. And he said that Louis was trying to kind of remove himself from the story. And it's like, I would too, because Louis knows what's happening. He knows what's coming. We all know what's coming. And at this point, I would like to remove myself also, because I don't want that to happen. But we love, we don't love Daniel. We like Eric Bogosian. We don't love Daniel. But we love a journalist that pays attention to what's going on in life. We love that. But yeah, Armand wants to hunt for his food. So I'm moving linearly again. See, I can do it when I want to. And he is giving Malik until sundown to make it to Jumeirah Mosque. And Louis felt the need to be like, no, Daniel, he's not just a bad guy. It's never violent. He was like, he chooses people basically that do harm with their profession, and he chooses to kill them via hunting, which is very crazy. Love that for Armand, because that kind of sounds fun. Anywho, not for me though. I'm normal. But he says when he does eat, so he doesn't always do this because Armand doesn't eat a lot. So if he's not hunting someone down, that's hunting down the bad guys, he finds people who are half in love with death already and gives them an easeful death, which is really sweet. Super sweet of him. Oh my God, such a nice guy. Skipping ahead a little bit. Daniel asks Louis, so why did he spare me? And he was like, he could say I was partial to you, and I wrote a heart next to that. Because I'm like, oh, besties. We love when people are friends. And he said, Armand preserves my happiness even when I don't or can't. Which is like, oh, cute. He loves you so much. Again, remember, I'm talking about this, going off my notes, how I felt in the beginning of the episode. That's where we are right now. Because things are still sweet right now, right? Louis and Daniel getting to the apartment. First of all, his cute little fro. Oh my God. Louis is just adorable to me. He is my son. I love him so much. His little fro was very cute. His little outfit was very cute. And it wasn't cartoonishly 70s, which I really appreciated from the costume department. Miss Carol, yay. You're the best. I love that their outfits were not cartoonishly 70s. They looked like regular, real people in the early 70s. And I love that. It was just a very great choice to kind of keep us as close to reality as possible. Like, this is not a realistic show, but there are so many realistic elements, and I really appreciated them keeping us there with the costumes. I noticed there was a little rattan stool. I said, period. We love rattan, wicker, rattan. We love that. Yeah, just very cute. Also, I'm not going to start in on Jacob Anderson's acting. Not yet. Oh, I'm a few things. I said, oh my God. Jacob, stop. Please. The girls can't handle it. He immediately showed Daniel his coffin. He was like, I'm super vampire. I'm such a vampire. Don't you believe me that I'm a vampire? And Daniel was like, cool. I'm into countercultures. He said, okay, baby. Sure, you're such a vampire. Uh-huh. And I want to know why you believe that. And I'm like, Daniel. And then he bared his fangs at him. And good job, Luke Brandonfield. Amazing at being like, oh, girl, I'm scared. That fear and fascination combined, very good acting. I've already, I've said, but I've never talked about Luke Brandonfield because this is our first time actually like really seeing him. Great acting, fear and fascination mixed up, combined, titillation. He was very interested in Louis as a vampire. Oh, the backgammon board holding all of the... It's just very fun. There are always so many fun set pieces and so many fun props, and that was very fun. Because, let's just say, the house gets raided by the police. Sure, whatever. And, they're not going to check the backgammon set. Why would they? It's a very common game that a lot of people have in their homes. Literally, that's what's another game? Checking a Monopoly board. Oh, the drugs are in the Monopoly. No, they're not. Except in this case, they definitely were in the backgammon case. Anywho, they start doing the things. Well, Daniel starts doing the things. I said, oh, Danny. Oh, Danny boy. He said, I just wrote out the line, a veteran of many wars. And Louis is a veteran of many. He's been through so much. He has seen so many things, a veteran of many wars. And then he told him he prefers him like this. The thing is, y'all, Louis said that to somebody. I prefer you like this. I remember him saying that to someone. Cannot remember who he said it to. I'm going to have to ask. Editing me, it was season 1, episode 4, when Lestat was playing Nosferatu for Louis and Claudia, right before he got the call about his mom. And yeah, he was like, I prefer you like that. And yeah, I remember. Did I rewatch the episode? No, I've just seen it a bunch of times. Okay. Um, and then to pay for his party favors, he took his shirt off. I said, Danny, again, the men see Louis and just be like, I'm flirting. I know what this is. But even in the bar, just if something happens, I'm cool. I said, Louis, you knew what was on his mind. Girl. Like this whole, I'm going to interview you. Okay, girl, what kind of interview is this? He said, do you always interview your subjects with your shirt off? And then I have to call him Danny. And Danny looks so disappointed. But then we switch back to Daniel. And Daniel looks so disappointed. He said, so we didn't do anything. He said, I don't have any, repressed memories of us, fooling around. I just interviewed you. Cool, I guess, whatever. And Louis, the random little pieces of humor, just, do you want to now? He was like, Armand will be back for a few hours, and then he was like, girl, please. Anyway, I'm interviewing you now. Also, when Louis bared his fangs at Danny, and Danny was like, are you the Zodiac killer? I cackled because I'm like, that is such a legitimate question. That is, I know Daniel doesn't just, remember him saying that, but I really think he should be kinder to his younger self, because that is the best question he asked during the interview. Because I would have been like, are you the Zodiac killer? Let's find out the Zodiac killer was a vampire this whole time. Oh, I took a note. His cute little leather cigarette holder. I said, oh my God, that's so cute. And it made me think about how cigarette culture has changed so much. It was glamorized, highly glamorized. A cute little leather holder for your cigarettes. He might have gotten that as a gift for all we know. That's very crazy. Or ashtrays in the cars, but on the door handle, or those little purses that I used to think were coin purses, and they were actually little satin and velvet bags with a clasp at the top for your cigarettes. Very crazy. Cigarette culture is, Okay, you were lonely, Louis, and that's true. It's the 70s. Claudia's not in the picture. Claudia isn't there. But Louis always suffered from loneliness. Pre-Lestat, he had his family, but he was still hiding himself from them, his sexuality and everything. So he couldn't really be himself around them. And then he got with Lestat. And he was like, this is cool. This is okay. I feel like Louis is always looking for some kind of companionship because he still hasn't accepted himself for who he is. But that's also because he keeps changing. He just keeps changing, which is normal. That's what we all go through. But we also don't go through it for 100 years of sentience. It's you may grow to be 100 years old, but you're not I've been an adult person for 100 years, just dealing with who I am and who I'm becoming. But yeah, he didn't have any friends really. It's very sad. I want Louis to have friends. Him ranting and raving about Lestat, and he said, for somebody who loved music so much, he played without an iota of feeling, like an automaton. I said, oh my God, we love automatons. They're so creepy and otherworldly looking. I love seeing automatons. But it's like, damn, Louis, is that how you felt? And at this point, Daniel is high. And Louis is just ranting and raving. Mind you, Louis doesn't have any drugs in his system yet. And he just asked him, will he do the Fang thing again? Because Daniel is just in the clouds, honey, just up there, floating around, head loose. And now Louis talking about the night Claudia was supposed to leave for the train. Well, she did leave. She just didn't get to, like, stay gone. And Louis is like, I just wanted to stay on that park bench. All I had to do was wait for the sun to come up, let it bleach my bones, purify this putrid soul. And the whole time, Danny is in the back like, or you could have got up. He said, girl, stand up. I'm with her. Get off the bench, brother. Danny is such, again, very good casting, very good writing, very good acting. It's like, wow, Daniel, you have not changed. Okay. And that's when he asked him, ooh, this set Louis off. Give it to me. Louis was like, have you been listening to anything that I've said to you? And it's like, no, Louis. That kind of irked me because I'm like, Louis, you know he high. You know it. You gave him the things. I could be your Lestat, I could be your Claudia, but better. I mean, I got a little bit of both of them in me, plus a few things they don't. I was like, oh my God, he is not thinking straight. He is not thinking about the things that he is saying to this man at all. Okay. Also, Louis said, I took a scoop out of your throat, which I think is deeply funny, whoever wrote that. And that's when Louis attacked. He did. He pounced like a beautiful lioness. He pounced on Daniel and was going to completely drain him, and would have completely drained him had Armand not come at that exact moment and thrown Louis off of him. Also, he crashed, so Danny is being thrown, and I'm so silly, because when I saw him hit the wall, I wrote, my head hit the wall, boom. Like, did Danny have a praying grandmother? Because I feel like that could have killed you, which also shows, like, Armand's level of strength and restraint. Because, like, he could definitely have thrown him through the wall. But he was just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. We're going to have to sell this place, Louis, because you don't know how to act. Oh, Louis, the fight between Armand and Louis was so mean. The whole time I was just like, oh, y'all are being so mean to each other. Please stop. Y'all are being not nice to one another, and I don't appreciate it. You're both too pretty to be this mean to each other. Also, choices. I really loved Armand doing this crazy southern accent, because at first I didn't hear it and I had to rewind it, because I heard, of course, Louise doing his like British accent, which was so ridiculous and so annoying. Oh, I'm the vampire Armand. I said, Louis, stop. But then I heard Armand. I was like, no, Louis, keep going. Oh, I skipped. Okay, because I had to talk about this. Armand is fussing. I was at home picking lint off the sofa. Once again, I'm here with mop and mindlessness to clean it up. You make the mess and I clean it up. You don't have enough to fear from Paris? And then below that I wrote, are you happy to be in Paris? You're boring, colorless, flavorless, suffocation by the world's softest, beigest pillow. Louis, that's why y'all ain't no friends. Why would you say that to him? 10 hours with Danny well, no, he said 10 hours with that boy was more exciting, more fascinating than decades with you. I was like, oh my God, please stop. You are being so mean to Armand. Again, this is before Armand does the things. I'm like, you're being so mean to Armand, Louis. Oh my goodness. He doesn't deserve all that. He got to clean up your mess because you decided to bring this white boy to y'all house, get him high on the things, and then drink from him. So now you high as a kite too. He bleeding against the wall. And here comes poor Armand having to clean up your mess. Oh, Lord. Oh, and then there it is, the half blank, half apocalyptic look. But what does it mean tonight? Does he want to lick my boots or chop my hands off? Honey, if you know, you know. The gremlin or the good nurse. And I'm like, oh my, just wild, saying just the craziest stuff in the world. And then they start fighting. And I was like, jaw on the floor. Y'all are so mean. Y'all have been together for too long. You know too much of each other's history. Because, baby, they were fighting. Just, what did he say? Let me read because I wrote it down. I have my captions on. My daddy vampire grew me into a little bitch. And he said it in that British accent. And I'm like, Louis, stop. Again, everything was Louis, stop. And then, everyone I know wrongs me. Oh my God. Because I wrote down more things. My sister buried me alive. And I screamed because at first, like I said, I wasn't hearing the Southern accent. But I'm like, alive? She buried him alive? Oh, Armand, you got to take a break, buddy. You take a seat. I want you to go to the cozy corner. And I want you to think about what you just said to your friend. Because do you think that was kind? Do you think that made him feel good? Or do you think that hurt his feelings? Why would you say it like that? So funny. Sorry. Again, I can be deeply unserious because the Southern accent sent me. I think if he hadn't done the Southern accent, I'd have been like gagged. But the fact that he was doing this really, really crazy Southern accent made it hilarious. I could not laugh. So they're just arguing back and forth, just ripping into each other verbally. Not nice. Very unhealthy. Like, y'all are in love. Be nice. Even if you weren't in love, be nice. Then, to say Claudia didn't love you, not like me and Lestat, that was his... I'm going to start yelling. No, because you have a romantic love, not a familial love. Those are two different types of love. Also, you worship Louis. She did not. Because she didn't have romantic love blinding her from his flaws. She still loved him though. So, and then to say that to him while he was high as a kite, ooh, nasty work, Armand, nasty work. And in the present, Daniel is just like, Louis, girl, what is happening? And he's playing back this recording. I just really, I think it's really weird that AMC didn't do like a suicide hotline card screen intro thing. Because Louis literally walks into the sun. He left that apartment and walked into the sun. He walked up onto their roof and started burning. And Armand had to grab him and bring him back into the house. And it's like, we're not going to address that. Like, he was trying to get up out of here. And I think it's kind of strange that AMC, whatever, I don't work there. Because if I did, I'd make better decisions for them. I'm going to sidestep real quick. The burn makeup was so good. Like, I really enjoyed the burn makeup. And I might have to look up, like, who does special effects makeup for AMC? Will I? We'll see. But they did an amazing job. Like, his face, they changed one of his contacts because one of his eyes got damaged. His hair, just being that charred, just that charred makeup looks so good. And it reminded me of, you know what it reminded me of? What it reminded me of? Certain creatures from a certain show that I'm going to be so good and not mention in this episode because I'm so normal. But yeah, his makeup looks really just like amazing. So good job, special effects makeup team. Daniel asked him how his pain was. He said it was like a siren, like a noise in his body. Louis, I'm so sorry. And he was just like sobered up at that point, laying in the bed because he had taken his shirt off. So just like naked from the waist up, just burned and writhing in pain. It was really hard to watch. And I hate that that's what happened to him. Like, I'm glad he made it. But, like, how long did it take you to heal from that? Like, I guess Armand had to be the good nurse. But then we find out Armand is not being the good nurse. Armand showed the truest of his colors. He let him writhe in pain in that bed. Could he instantly heal him? No. Like, he's not God. They have God-like powers, but he cannot magically fix him. No matter what, Louis was still going to be in a lot of pain for a long time. Because he was in that sun for a hot little second, too. I'm sorry. But he was in that sun for a minute. So he was just going to be in pain anyway. But the fact that he didn't put him in his coffin, because he was angry, because that's what that was. He was angry. He was angry at him for doing the interview. He was angry at him for going into the sun. He was angry at him for bringing Daniel back to their home, revealing that he was a vampire. I said, that old coven master came back up, didn't it? He broke one of your laws, telling people, all right. Also, the vampire Lestat, he was like, do you think I'm going to let him publish this book so Lestat could walk past the bookstore and find it and come running after you? And I said, uh-oh. Like, we already knew the book didn't get published because, like, that's just where we are in the story. The book clearly didn't get made, clearly didn't get published. Daniel didn't even have the tapes. Oh, I wrote 128 boys. Louis just in the back burnt up. That scene of him using the mind gift to pick up and slam Danny into the floor like a rag doll with his pupils just vibrating in rage. I'm like, oh, this is terrible. And doing it so Louis could see. Terrible. You're just torturing the both of them, first of all. For what? It was just very rage, anger, emotional abuse to Louis, assault to Daniel. I don't want to call it like abuse in that context because they weren't like together. So I'm just going to call it assault because it is assault. Just picking him up and slamming him down. And just, it's fine. He's fine. We're all fine. I'm like, okay. What was her name? The craft? Nancy? I said, okay, I'm fine. Very scary. And like I said, we're seeing Armand. Like Armand. I wrote, he got Daniel with his feet in the rocks because at this point, what else is happening? Louis didn't even remember walking into the sun. You don't even remember trying to take yourself up out of here. And you don't even remember you were healing for a while and you don't remember any of it. The man in the bag was a neighbor that saw Louis on the roof trying to take himself up out of here. And Armand had to chase him down and, take him out because he saw Louis. I think he could have just brainwashed him. But I think he wasn't in a brainwashing state of mind. You have to stop and breathe and concentrate to brainwash somebody. And he went there. He said, I'm in survival mode. And I don't like that because I haven't been in survival mode in a long time. Oh, and then told Louis I listened to all the tapes twice. And there was a point where he had Daniel. Mind you, Daniel has been in the apartment for days at this point. He's had 4 days. He's been in the apartment for days at this point. And he's like standing off, muttering to himself, mutter, mutter, mutter. And, you know, we're like, what is he doing? He's talking to Lestat. He found Lestat telepathically. He is talking to Lestat with a mind gift. He told Louis, since you care about Lestat so much, since you had so much to say about Lestat, you can have Lestat. Lestat can have you. After I'm done healing you, I'm going to let Lestat know where you are. And it's like, no. Like that jealousy, like, and it's so strange because Louis said it more than once. He was like, I talked about Lestat and I didn't say anything nice about him. And he was like, I know, that's not how you talked about him to me. Did I catch you in a fantasy? And I'm like, well, Armand, if you know that he didn't really like Lestat, or, you know, he has a lot of negative feelings towards Lestat, why are we still being jealous? Stop. His jealousy. I saw in an interview I saw it said something to the effect of, does Armand really know what love is? And it's like, Armand only knows dedication. He only knows reverence and dedication and worship. He doesn't know just like love. And I think that's why his jealousy manifests in such a crazy way. He has a lot. Not Lestat. No, girl, Lestat. Armand has a lot of trauma. He needs a therapist. Yeah, he was gonna leave him. Oh my God, I forgot to say this. I haven't said too much about Claudia because I have something to say about Claudia. Before he walked into the sun, he was like, I could hear Claudia calling me. And I'm like, oh Lord. And then he walked into the sun. And I was like, Claudia, your failure, because that's what it is, your failure to protect Claudia has just constantly been his biggest regret. Because him hearing Claudia made him be like, oh, I'm going to get myself up out of here. More than once. Because he was going to sit on that bench and let the sun take him. And he didn't. Because he didn't want to ruin her escape. Like, make her escape the anniversary of his death. Like, Grace's wedding anniversary is the anniversary of Paul's death. He didn't want to do that to Claudia. But he said, ain't no Claudia. The fact that he was like, well, Claudia's not here anymore. I don't have to just stay alive anymore. I'm going to get up out of here. Says a lot. And I had made a post on Tumblr a while ago saying that Lestat was jealous of Claudia and Louis because Louis was like, oh, Claudia's going to come back. And she actually did come back for Louis. She didn't come back for Lestat. She came back for Louis. Y'all are so weird about Claudia. The men in his life are so freaking weird about Claudia. It's like Claudia might like you if you weren't terrible. Did you ever think about that? Also, this like possessiveness they have over Louis is very, very, very weird. Because, like I said, they departed from the weird, like romantic rivalry. But to just be like, oh, I hate your daughter. It was extremely weird with Lestat. Because that's your daughter. You made her. She doesn't have any of Louis' blood. You made her. But, you know, whatever. And then with Armand, it's like, girl, you didn't have to be weird about Claudia either. Just that whole, she'll never work. She'll lose her mind. Her mind will break. I mean, yours kind of didn't. Kind of, because Armand got some, you know, had some issues because he was made kind of young. But also, I guess not. He was like 27 when he got made. Huh. He was 27. He was like, because he said he was in the picture. He was 20, and then he got made 7 years later when he got sick. So he was pushing 30. That changes things. He still could have just let her live. Like, I don't, you know, whatever. Yeah, but he said he heard Claudia calling him, and he walked into the sun. Very, very sad. And it made me very sad because the fact that he just didn't want to be here anymore is very devastating. And that he was about to not be here anymore. But yeah, We got to see the real Armand. Torture, torture, torture. Kill it, kill it, kill it. Torture, torture, torture. Um, but yeah, Daniel and Louis are Daniel, adult grown man, old man Danny, are sitting in the rocks in the penthouse, and they come to the conclusion that Armand changed Daniel's memories. Like, he didn't remember anything after. He didn't remember anything, really. That's just so crazy. But anyway, they came to the conclusion that their brains had the same edit, which is very interesting. So, and they got there because Armand was going to take Daniel up out of here. He had started getting his mind ready to accept an easeful death. And he had bitten it, I think he had bitten into him, and Louis told him to stop. He was like, let this one live as a sign of our relationship being strong, something, something. Anywho, they let Daniel live. But Armand changed his memory, erased the whole you were here for days and days and days. And that's why he remembers what he remembers. But Louis also, I said, not Louis spoke life over him. He was like, you know, you're a great journalist, you're determined, you have drive, you're bright, you're intelligent, you're curious, da 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 da. And Daniel had written that in his book as one of the other people that he was doing the things with saying that to him. And it turns out that it was not a random person. It was Louis. And I just think that's very crazy that his memories have been so mixed up and mashed up that he thought, that he believed, like that was his reality, that some random person told him this and he got his life together and became a better journalist. He was like, I failed 2 marriages, I failed 2 daughters, but I was never so lost that I couldn't hold down a job. First of all, I was like, I need some of that. Like, I can keep a job. I keep a job. But like make me do stuff, Louis. But it's just very crazy that that's how he got there. Because of what Louis, like I was kidding, but I'm also not kidding. Like, you really spoke life over that man. You really helped him to accomplish a lot of things, Louis. So they make this discovery, and then Armand comes back in with these comically large sunglasses that Malik was wearing. Very, very funny. He came in like, I done ate, had me a good little time. How's the interview going? How's Paris? And they were both like, Paris? They both stopped and were like, we're literally talking about San Francisco, but okay. I think Armand knows. The cat is at least halfway out the bag. He knows now that Louis knows, you mess with my memories. You've been lying to me for decades. Because again, this is in 1973. And look at us now. So what's the truth, Armand? What else have you erased from my memory, Armand? Whew, that episode was so good. My favorite part was the argument. I'm going to start doing that. My favorite part was the argument just because it was so ridiculous. I would love to hear Assad do a Southern accent in a serious way. Not what that was. Not what that was. I want to hear him do a Southern accent in a serious way because I feel like he'd do a really great job. Also getting to hear Louis do a British accent was very fun because I'm like, oh, Jacob, that's just your voice. That's just your real voice. Also, you're such a good actor to be able to slip and slide from your very, very distinct Louis accent that's a little less Southern, but still has that little twang to it, to your real accent, to go back to child, again, the acting. Yeah. I'll be glad to get back to Paris. Yeah, I have a few final thoughts. I'm gonna include in the description box the suicide hotline phone number, and I think there might be a website. I have to check, but I'm gonna include that because I think that's very important. And it's odd that it wasn't addressed, but whatever. Yeah, I can't wait to get back to Paris. I don't want to get back to Paris because it was like, oh Lord, Claudia, my baby. The only one at this point that I'm really concerned with is Claudia. I almost forgot. Some of y'all have Claudia so messed up and it's so crazy, and I need you to take a step back. Someone was AMC had posted the scene where Claudia was just like, you chose another one over me. And they were like, this is why, a user, not AMC, because whatever. They were like, this is why I'm Team Lestat. And I'm like, are y'all okay? Just for this, anything involving Claudia, the only team you should be on is Claudia's. All of these men fail her. No one is there for Claudia. So to be like, I'm choosing one of these men over another one of these men, no. That's the thing. They all suck. They're all bad. And I'm saying that as a Louis girl. I love Louis down. He my son. Jacob Anderson is doing an amazing performance. Whatever. No. You failed Claudia more than once. I don't want to hear it. And to say your team was stat, sure. Okay, I'm not going to get into all that. But that's crazy to be like, I'm going to take a side even though there's only one right side and the side is Claudia's. That's so strange to me, and I hope that y'all work that out somewhere with somebody, because, or explain, what is your logic to see Claudia and everything that she goes through, especially the people who read the books, and then to be like, I'm Team Lestat, are you? It's just very crazy, and I hope you be all right. But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I had a very fun time filming it. Thank God, whatever cold sinus infection I had is gone. Yeah, how was you all's week? Is everyone well? Are you taking care of yourselves? Are you getting things done? Have you been resting and drinking your water? Take your pills, your vitamins. Have you been doing the things that you need to do? Leave a comment below telling me, how was your week? Mine was super fun. We had our first water day at my job, and it was so fun. We had water balloons and the little pool noodle type water shooter things, and a sprinkler system. It was just very, very fun. It was just very, 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 very fun. And yeah, and we're gonna do that every week. I love water day. It's my favorite. I love summer though. Summer is super fun in pre-K. But yeah, I hope you're well and taking care of yourself, like I said, and look forward to the next one. Oh, also, I want to do an album review. If you would be interested in that, let me know. Can I say it? I would like to review one of my favorite albums. It's by this artist. I don't know if you ever heard of him. His name is Riley Ritchie. The album is called Andy. And I love it so much, and I would like to talk about why I love it so much. So if you would like to hear me talk about it, leave a comment below. Or if you would like to hear me talk about music and things, because I love music so much. It's a very huge part of my life. Let me know. And as always, take care of yourself. Have a great week. Bye. And thank you. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.